Welcome to the Mental Health Show. My name is Shamika Samuels. I hope you have a good, blessed day. It's Thursday. I want y'all to live up yourself, So today is a good day to be here. I know it's mental health. Mental health is all about, basketball wellness. It's all about community. It's all about refreshing our minds. So yesterday I was in Inglewood, Long Island, and I was doing a assignment out in Inglewood, Long Island, and I was doing you know, cruising down Inglewood, Long Island, and asking people questions about mental health and everything like that. A lot of people love me in Long Island, and big up to Far Rockaway. I'll be back over there soon. So it was a good experience for me to kind of like explore different venues and kind of travel all over the globe and all over the world and try to believe and try to build up mental health from that area. I noticed that a lot of people that come around mentality and all about developing growth and all about wealth and all about skills and the power of what we do as mental health as coming into a year of 2026 and a year that we build up mental health is all about creating an atmosphere of how we are community advocates and how we advocate for the people and how you advocate for yourself and also for other people. I know a lot of people don't know that the power of change is today's episode is called the power that changed our basketball's mental health movement, and the movement that we are changing is the movement of our health and the movement of our wealth. I think the mental health state of mind. I gotta show you a great progress. I actually lost 32 pounds. I'm actually oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I lost 32 pounds. I started off at 254. Now I'm 217 now. So it's kind of like a power change. You can see I lost weight, and the power that reflected my weight was that mental health wise, we all about believing, all about building up what we're doing and how we're gonna get to that position. And you look at the important question of it. And I want you guys to write this question down. What is the power of movement that motivates your mental health, basketball wellness? And I'm gonna answer that question for you. So the power of movement that changes both of our bodies, minds at the same time. In basketball, movement is not just physical; it's emotional, mental, and relationship. It's all about creating boundaries and build up our life. As far as creating an atmosphere of practicing what you're teaching, and some of the things that you practice, what you teach, is all about understand the atmosphere and understanding your thoughts and your minds and how you're gonna get to that position. I know it's a fact that everybody knows that I come on the show and I come here very, very motivated, and I'm always motivated and doing what we do, And everybody asks me about questions that refer to my mental health. And I was supposed to bring the kids today. Unfortunately, we have to reschedule that for another time because I don't want the kid. I know my kids are just they're hyperthermia right now, so I want them to stay home. Hell yeah, they're hyperthermia right now. They don't want to come. They was like, I don't want to come today. I'll come the next time. And next time I'll bring them. But as you asked me how was the kids are very well. They're actually home with their mom, and they're enjoying their summer. They off until September, so they're enjoying their summer, and I just want them to enjoy their summer. I love you, and I'll see you when I get home. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, they're enjoying their summer, and I had to come out here to do the show, so I'm out here doing the show, and they love me. I love you too. Yeah, I love you. I love you too. I love you. I love you guys. Yeah. So the mental health well-being is that we know how to fight for movement, we know how to deliver, we know how to believe, and we know how to grow. And I know that the power of change of basketball is about mental health movement. It's an important question about mental health movement. Let's go to that important question. It's all about creating your own mind. And let's say if you create your own mind, you create your own wealth and growth. And the growth of your mind is all about believing in what you're gonna receive in that mental health mindset. I think the mental health mindset is all about, like, let's say if I'm dealing with, listen, let me say this again. If you're you're dealing with a lot of guilt of mind, and you're dealing with a lot of guilt of relationship, certain type of relationship that you are dealing with is more about, being able to satisfy the person or don't satisfy the person. But it comes with a two-way street. Before I came here, I started. I'm DJing for an event coming up soon for my event, and I'm gonna be putting one of my tracks on this episode, and I'm gonna I have the track, and I have the track on here. I'm gonna pull it up on my Sulu account. Oh, I can't pull it up. Let's reach. I can't pull it up now. Oh, good. I can't pull it up. So, all right, I can't pull it up right now, but I'm gonna get back to the episode. The track is called. It's a track that I put. It's called Shutter Bus Wine. That's what it is. Yeah, it's called Shutter Bus Wine. And I wrote the song based on Shuttle Bus because I used to take the Shuttle Bus with Nephew when we were, walking with Asia when she was small. And I used to take the shuttle bus. I used to take the shuttle bus over to, yeah, we used to walk down the block, and I used to take the bus with her to go somewhere with her when Asia was a baby, when she was like small. And I will tell you the story about that. Yeah. So we were walking down, picking up Asia from school. We took the shuttle bus to go where she was going to school at, right? And we were talking, we were just talking, walking down the block talking, and I just wrote the song based on the shuttle bus we was on. And it was a party bus, actually. It was a shuttle bus that, we started dancing, and that was what it was. And so, you deal with that. You deal with the movements of medicine, and music is a part of your medicine, actually. And I listen to music, and it's a part of my mental health, it's a part of medicine. And I DJ, and I practice how I DJ. And, doing that, helped me realize that mental health is all about practice what you teach, and whatever you teach, and whatever you're going to grow, and how you're going to grow, and how you're going to develop, and how you're going to practice, and practice become perfect in your life and your mental health lifestyle, and also in believing in what you're growing, and how the growth is. And sometimes when your movement is more about medicating yourself, and all about advocate yourself, and all about delivering what it is that mental health is all about. You feel me? So I tell you guys, it's important to build up your mental health. It's all about having a goal and having an atmosphere of how your mental health is. I'm gonna try to put it up on my YouTube. I think I'll try to do it, but I don't have no reception over here. Oh, yes, I do. All right, so the song is called. I have it on here. The song is called Shuttle Bus, and I can't play it while we on here, but right? It's called Shuttle Bus, and I'm gonna put that track on my on this episode of that show. I tell you, it's all about delivering of a shuttle bus of mental health. It's about the movement of mental health. It's all about creating a atmosphere of mental health. I learned about developing a plan, and how my plan structure grow is how we believe in what our atmosphere is. I could tell you guys this. Let's tell you guys this, right? So everybody know about the power of the mind, right? So the power of the mind reflects on the power of authority of how you grow and how you develop your mind. And one thing is, if I had a board out here, I would have wrote down some stuff that you have to write. I would have wrote down something, but let me tell you this. It's one thing about it is reducing the stress of your mind. And when you reduce the stress of your mind, it's all about, building up an atmosphere, and all about creating a unity growth of how you develop what it is, and how you're going to learn how to the importance of building up the creativity of growth. I think about stress, and how it reduce the stress of your mind, and how your mindset grows, and how your opportunity is, and how your success is. But if you're successful in one thing, the development of that success become into another atmosphere. And this is what it is. I deal with people coming to me and say, Shamika, man, I like how you wrote. I like how you talk. Yeah, I like how I wrote. And my fan base is like 10,000, over 10K. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of girls like me, 10K, and and it's like they see me in Far Rockaway. They say, "Oh, I like your hair. I like your haircut." And I said, "Thank you. I did it myself." I actually took some time before I came in to cut my hair, and you like the yeah, you like it, yeah. So I blew it out, and I just put it together, and I know how to put myself together as far as coming on the show, and I want to tell you guys some great news. I'm actually gonna be writing a book. The sample of the book will be at the event at M&M on October 2nd. You're gonna be have. I'm gonna get the book. I'm already in the process of printing out the pages of the book so you guys can see the book. And also, I'm gonna read you a sample of the book on October 2nd. I will be giving them the flyer to share it with the head of Eminem, so you guys could come out and support. I'm going to be posting the flyer on this episode as well, so you guys could see, what we're working with, what basketball wellness is all about. It's all about building up your growth. It's all about creativity, and for October 3rd, we're gonna be having the event in Brooklyn, and we're having more events next year in July of 2027, right? I will be having an event over by Northern Boulevard. We're looking into July. I haven't had the date to set it up yet. It's gonna be on Northern Boulevard. It's a second fashion show promotion with Basketball Wells. We're gonna have more promotions coming up. You guys could attend that one. We also have the Donny Park bus ride next year and the Hershey Park bus ride next year. You could also, if you want more information about that, you could at the October event. There's gonna be a table. You guys could sign up. There's gonna be a table. I'm gonna have a table out. Guys could sign up to volunteer, and also you guys could sign up for to be a part of the Basketball Wellness volunteer crew. And it's all about delivering. It's all about delivering your thoughts, and all about understanding what your mindset is, and it's all about the movement of it, man. Like, for real, it's all about gathering the movement and also being able to understand what your thoughts are, and whatever your movement is and whatever your structure balance is about learning what you believe and how you're going to achieve that atmosphere goal. I think the goal of life is that the specialty of life is all about delivering what are you doing, how you're gonna do it, how you're gonna get to that position. And this is what it is, right? So it's all about creating a movement. Write this down. Creating a movement is all about identifying who you are and what you are becoming, and also identify your personal health and strength and growth as far as mental health deliverance. I think the thing about mental health deliverance is all about building a structure and all about balancing the power of your mental. It's all about delivering who you are as a person. I just feel like the person that you're becoming is to build confidence in yourself. It's all about delivering improvement through practicing what you're preaching, practicing what you're talking about, and certain things, reminding what your growth is, and certain the growth of it is your life is all about delivering what it's gonna be structured as. I remember I big up to Pastor Jamal. He's doing the same work as me. He just started content creating. I'm gonna give you my advice about it, man. I tell you, he just started content creating like I did, and I said to him, like, I tell him that, as a content creator, you have to know how to make people laugh. That's the only thing about it, is to make people laugh. And a lot of people like what I like. I like to tell jokes sometimes. I do comedy, and I'm gonna be doing my first ever comedy on October. I've been talking. Doing my little comedy, making y'all laugh. And everything is about dribbling. It's all about building up your spirits, and that's what it is. It's all about making people laugh, and that's what content creation is all about: making people laugh, making people love you, making people respect you as a person, making people understand who you are as a person. And I think that what we do and how we do it is how we grow as far as mental is. I could tell you, if I stand to the left of the section of what we doing and how we get to that goal and how we get to that atmosphere, your life and your atmosphere growth defines your piece. And whatever your piece of is that when we have the power to change that piece, and the power to manifest what the piece is about and what your mindset is. And I think whatever we talk about on live is what is between me and you. But wherever we talk about as question is between mentorhood and the movement of what the mentor is. So let's get into the episode. How many of you enjoy the show? I know you enjoy the beginning of the greeting, right? How many of you like my greeting? Raise your hand. I know y'all love my greeting. Oh, come on, man. Like, you'll love my greeting. I'm going to do my little dance. Hey. Yeah. I'm going to do my little dance. Hey. Oh, I did this dance yesterday. I was like, I'm going to show you real quick. What the dance I was doing yesterday. I'm going to show you real quick. It's all about the shuffle. Like, and like, yeah, right. Yeah, so, I learned this dance, I learned a dance from a comedian, a comedian that used to do it. So I was at yesterday at Greenpoint. I want to big up to Greenpoint, Brooklyn. We're going to actually host an event in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, so you guys could come out and support. And also, we're going to be, opening up our first ever. We're gonna be doing our first ever tour over by Greenpoint, Brooklyn. The dates will be announced on the next episode of the Mental Health Show, and we're also gonna be coming. I'm coming to you live from Greenpoint, so I'm gonna be airing that episode from Greenpoint onto this onto Manhattan Neighborhood Network, so you guys can see what we're working with, right? So that's a good So that's a good opportunity for good volunteer group. So we looking to volunteer for crew members for my show. I'll be posting the information on it's not a I'm gonna tell you, I don't pay people to work. I don't pay people to work. Let me tell you that one time. I do not pay people to work. If you want to get into a career that you love, I will train you to learn how to make money, but I'm not gonna pay you to work. Let me tell you that right now. So I'm gonna tell you, when I do for a living, I get paid to do what I love through working hard and putting the aspiration to what I do to work. But I'm not gonna get details on what it is that you want to do, but I tell you, if I train you to what obstacle course you're going to, and then when you make money off your own, you make money on your own terms. Let me tell you, I do not do charity work for. Let me tell you one more time. I do not do anything for charity. I do things to help the community and build up the community and volunteer my services to help the community, change the community, and develop the community into a big and brighter atmosphere. And let's get that straight. I straighten that out for you, right? So, yeah. All right. So, let's get into today's episode as we speak. So the power that changed our basketball wellness mental health movement. Welcome to the special episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special episode of our mental health show. Today's episode is called "The Power That Changed Our Basketball Wellness Movement." Today we ask an important question: what is an appointment of movement that motivates your mental health and your basketball wellness? The power of movement is that changes both our bodies, minds, and at the same time. In basketball, movement is not just physical; it's emotional, mental health, and relational. For mental health, it's about basketball perseverance. You could define it like it is. Movement is medicine. Every step, dribble, spirits, rebound, deep breath is an opportunity to release stress and build resilience and reconnect yourself. Movement supports mental health wellness by: number one, write this down. Reducing stress through physical activities that helps regulates that body stress response. Building confidence skills improvement through conditional practice. All right. Number two. All right. Number two, building confidence skills. And number three, creating focus by requiring attention to practice movements instead of anxiety throughout. Right? So number four, strengthening resilience because every missed shot, turnover, or lose become a chance to learn and recover. And number five, building relationships through teamwork, communication, trust, and share goals. Right? So that's what it is. It's about the last one, building relationships throughout teamwork, communication, trust, and share goals, right? So it's all about that. It's all about sharing your goals. It's all about teaching you about wellness. It's wellness. A lot of people say wellness isn't perfect, but your mistakes isn't perfect, but your mindset is perfect. Right? Let me say that one more time. Your mistakes is not perfect, but your mindset is perfect. But sometimes whatever mindset you make is not about being negative. It's always being positive about your mindset. It's all about teaching others how to grow and teaching yourself as well how to grow. And let me tell you this. When you teach yourself how to grow, you're not perfect by teaching yourself how to grow. It's all about training others how to grow in that mental state of mind, right? It's all about being perfect. And it's the power of change, it's a power of development and growth. And sometimes your growth becomes a reality. And if your reality is strength and perseverance, you're going to make that perseverance go. You're going to make that strength become a relaxation of your life. And sometimes your life is all about developing a goal and a team member goal. It's all about setting yourself into opportunities and how many opportunities that you are gasping for, right? And how many people know that when your mental health state of mind is about changing your mental health, it's all about changing your mind by developing your own strength. And sometimes your strength is all about communication. If you're teaching your church members how to communicate to others, it's all about developing what your mindset is and what your accomplishment are. And your accomplishment are is that even though your disability affects your movement, it also affects your development and how you grow as far as mental state of mind is. I could tell you, I deal with a lot of people every day. I work around a lot of people, and I this is not the only gig I have. I have a lot of gigs that I do, and I do content creating work. I write a book. I design clothes, and certain things that I do is also based on building up income. It's all about structuring my mind to grow as far as delivering what I could do and what I could change and how can I change, right? So how can I change? How can I deliver it? And the liberation is that my atmosphere and how I grow is how I develop a peace of mind. And it's a peace of mind is like we could be at peace of your health and what your growth and what your structure is. And I think the balance of structure is that when you relate to certain things and how do you relate to your goals of life. And I think it's this one, right? When I put my mindset to one direction, I cannot look at it as a accomplishment. I could look at it as a growth. If you want to be a police officer, if you want to be a firefighter, if you want to be a content creator, if you want to be all these things you want to be, you gotta put in the work. Let me tell you something, you gotta put in the work to become who you want to become. I tell the kids all the time, you got to put the work in. I can't tell you. I tell Bosom all the time, you got to put the work in. And he said to me, I want to be just like you when I grow up. I said, you want to be just like a content creator? He was like, yeah, I want to do film. I said, yeah, I said to him, you gotta be better than me, son. I said, better than me is gonna have an opportunity for you to open up what you're doing, and how you're gonna get to that point. You gotta go to school. You gotta go to film school. I told him I was gonna put him in a film high school. I told him I promised him I was gonna put him in a film high school. He gonna go to a film high school when he grows up. He's gonna learn the difference in equipment. He's gonna learn how to go out and film. He's gonna learn how to shoot. He's gonna learn how to make money on his own terms. He's gonna be coming to work for me actually on behind the scenes. Buzzerman's gonna be working for me in October while behind the scenes. He's gonna be helping me DJ. Oh yeah, they call him DJ King Sean, right? DJ King Sean, right? So he gonna be helping me behind the scenes DJing because we were just practicing before I came over here. Yeah. So and you got to help yourself to understand the goals and the communication that you have and the structure balance that you have to get, and certain type of things that you're learning to do is how you get to that position. And I'm gonna tell you, oh man, and this is what it is. It's about thinking, correct thinking. It's all about thinking, and all about understanding your goals and aspiration of what it is that I'm thinking about, right? So I'm gonna read you something real quick. I'm gonna read you something real quick because this is very good for me. All right, so as you can see on my phone, I track my calories. So today I moved 63 calories today, and it tracks my walking. So today I burned 1,591, and 20. I walked 66 miles, and my steps 1,632 and 4 floors, and my current weight is 217. And this is what I use to track my mental health wellness plan, right? So my wellness plan, you have to have a health goal in your life that you have to understand. And when you create your health goal, it's all about developing a plan for your life. And it's developing a plan for your life, right? Your life is all about moving yourself to a better understanding of what it is that you're teaching about and what it is that you're accomplishing, right? So let's get back to the episode, all right? So basketball teaches us that wellness is not about becoming perfect. It's about continuing moving forward. Every possession is an opportunity, and every practice is a chance to grow. Every game remains a setbacks. Don't depend on us. Our response does. A message that the audience got to understand. This is a message, right? The message that the audience have to realize that your greatness power isn't just about how high you jump or how fast you run. It is your let me tell you, it's all about your thoughts to keep moving when life gets difficult. Movement falls, the body claims that the mind strengthens relationship and reminds us that healing often becomes within taking the next step. And a lot of people say, how many used to smoke marijuana? Raise your hand. How many used to smoke weed? Raise your hand. How many you, if you're viewing from California, Florida, I'm asking a question. How many you used to smoke marijuana or weed? Raise your hand. How many used to drink and party all the time? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Be honest. Be truthful. Be truthful to yourself, right? This is a time where you need to stop. You need to start quitting right now. And if you say today you say Shamika, today I'm gonna stop quitting it. I'm gonna stop drinking and stop smoking weed and get on the right path of mental health. You said today is the right choice, right? I want you to go back to the days when you were used to get high. No, listen, let me tell you, right? Go back to the days we used to get high. And how does it feel when you used to get high? How did it feel? It felt negative, right? Right. You put the negative of being high and move it on to positive, right? So positive meaning that you have to change that high that you used to have and put it into what? A revelation of decreasing that high, right? So when you decrease that high, you have to understand that high that you used to smoke. You used to smoke. It's the high that you need to deactivate that high, right? That means you have to rebuke that high and put the positive high into improving how you're gonna quit, right? All right. So let's get to that. All right. So this message analyzed as well. The theme of my show is basketball, mental health, and relationship, and it's all about the game that's not just athletic performance, but emotional growth and connection, overall well-being. Right. So the thing about it is that the one thing that needs is the mind. Listen, the one thing that means is the mind is greater than the weapon. Your mind is the greatest of the weapon. So your mind develops your weapon, and it develops your thoughts of what you're gonna say and how you're gonna say it, right? So it develops how to control your attitude and build up confidence, right? So when you build up confidence, you have to know how to understand whatever that confidence is and whatever your thoughts are and whatever you're building is how you're going to develop, right? So when I develop that growth, it's all about doing what it's all about changing your attitude. It's all about changing who you are as a person. But I could tell you the truth is that when you develop a growth of next step towards success, you gotta start developing the next goal to your success, right? So the next step of, let me tell you, if you decide saying, listen, Shamik, I'm gonna quit smoking weed, I'm gonna quit the drugs, I'm gonna quit drinking. The next step is The next step is start watching my show. Start watching the teaching. This is a lifestyle teaching, Start watching start watching my teachings. And when you watch my teachings, you're gonna start taking notes, right? And when you start taking notes now, you're gonna write this down. Write this down. October 3rd and October 2nd, be at the event, right? Be here because it's gonna be a life story change in your life, right? So I'm telling you, it's a life story. Let me tell you, a life story change in your life where you need to know how to change and develop a growth of mind, right? So the October 2nd event is all about lifestyle teaching. None of it. I didn't get to that part. It's all about lifestyle teaching, music, and fashion. We're gonna have a big poster of my basketball wellness, and you guys can take a picture of the poster, and it's gonna be decorated into the area is gonna be decorated into a poster of my line, and you could take a picture of my shirt, and you could get, and I'm also gonna have autographed shirts that I'm gonna be posted out on a autographed shirts that I'm going to be making, and also signing shirts, and also signing autographs and books and meet and greets and all that stuff. So that's going to be for October 2nd. And October 3rd is more going to be dancing, music, food, and gathering. And we're going to gather, and we're going to be doing more of the gatherings coming soon. We're going to be doing more gatherings, and you're going to be, this is how I make money. This is how I grow my audience, and this is how I grow my income. It's all about believing myself. It's all about gaining the wealth and replacing negative thoughts into positive ones. And the one thing I want to thank Kiana Charles, if she's listening. This is a message for her, because I think the message I was gonna get this message for her, because she said, Shamika, get the message out. I'm gonna get the message out, and I think she's gonna share it with Tanea when she get a chance. All right. So the message is that, right? The message is your greatest power. I'm gonna go in. Let me go in there. I'm gonna will it in. Can I will it in for you? Okay. Your greatest power isn't just how high you jump. Listen, let me say that one more time. Your greatest power isn't how high you jump. It's how fast you run. Right? Let me say that one more time. Your greatest power, right? Your greatest power it is not just how you jump. It's how fast you run. Right? That's the message right there, Kiana. That's the message for you, right? Oh, you want me to say it again? Okay, I will say it one more time. Your greatest power isn't. Look, say it to your neighbor. If you have a neighbor next to you, if you're watching, say it to him. Say it to him or her. Your greatest power isn't just how high you jump or how fast you run. Right? So the greatest power is how fast you jump. Is when you jump to quit in what you used to do in the past and to focus on your future. That's what it means. It means to rebuke the past and come on in the future. Right? So it means, like, when you rebuke the past, you have to learn how to develop yourself in a greater development of how high you go and how low you go. And sometimes the higher that you go and the lower that you go is accomplishment of how greater you're going to become. And the greatness of your life is all about developing and the belief in a change and how the change is going to be. And sometimes your change is all about breaking it, and when you break it, it's all about loosening it, right? So if I loosen it, I have to loosen certain things of my life that you have to loosen for you. And sometimes we develop a great for you. You can't just say, all right, I'm gonna go down Gun Hill Road and start doing the Macarena dance. We ain't doing the Macarena now on Gun Hill. You know what I'm saying? We gotta know the step. I'm gonna show you the dance. Oh, everybody want to see the dance. All right, you gotta know the step. And then you gotta step up there. You gotta know how to do it, right? You gotta know how to do it, right? You gotta know how to do the twist and turn, right? And that's what it is. It's all about the believing. It's all about balancing your life. It's all about accomplishing what it is that you're thankful for and what you're grateful for and what your most aspiration is. But you gotta understand the growth of your mind is all about changing who you are and how you develop it, right? So let's continue. So So your mind is a greatest weapon. So every basketball game begins along before you open tip off. It begins your thoughts. Your mind controls your attitude, confidence, focus, decision, and a player who believes and they can improve already taking the first step towards success. And a key lesson to this is number one, believing in yourself. Replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Confidence grows throughout preparation. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn from your mistakes, right? And this is a coaching drill right here. This is a coaching drill. And I want you to participate in this coaching drill, right? So how many players? I'm gonna do this on October 2nd because I want to do this exercise with you with the audience. So the coaching drill is how many players write three? How many players? Each player have to write three positive affection before every practice. You have to write three. Let me say. You have to write three positive goals that you want a person in your life to change. You have to write this is an exercise. You have to write three goals that you want the person to give up and three goals you want the person to change, right? And this is an exercise I'm gonna do on October 2nd. It's all about creating a change growth and the three things you want them to change. And you're gonna read it out loud to the person, right? And when you don't have to say their names though. You don't have to say their names, right? You don't have to say their names. You have to listen. You don't have to say their names though. You got to write the three things that you want the person to give up, and the three things that you want them to change. And this is what it is. You got to understand. You got to rebuke the person that is. Listen, let me finish. You got to rebuke a person that speak negative over your life though as mental. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes the person that speaks that over your life, they're negative because they don't know what they're talking about, right? So you gotta write three things that you want the person to do to change. Especially if you listen, don't write their names, write anonymous. And that's what I do. I write anonymous and then write the diagram that how you're gonna let them change, right? How you're gonna seek the change, right? So this is what it is, right? All right. So think about your journeys, think about the inspiration that you keep going, and together we could continue building the movement that promotes hopes, healing, wellness, and positive change in one person, one family, one community at one time. Thank you for joining us. We're going to keep moving together and believing. And remember, every positive step you take strengthens your mind, your body, your future. And the next episode of the Mental Health Show, we're gonna have a message of the audience, and this message is, let me say, we're gonna just talk about the next episode. The next episode of this message is a great. The message to the audience could be: your greatest power isn't how high you jump or how fast you run. It is a willingness of the keep moving of your life gets difficult. Movement fuels body, calm mind, strength in relationship. It reminds us to heal, often being taken into the next step. And this is one thing that I want you to write down. Number one, basketball is more than a game. It's about discipline, passion, and promise. And number two, mental health. It's all about strong mind, strong life. It's okay to not be okay. Breathe, reset, reflect, and grow. Today, I'm willing to be patient, stay focused, and trust on my progress. And remember, progress is not perfect. Knowing your worth, manage your thoughts, and protect your peace. Protect your peace, relationship, surrounding yourself with people who lift, challenge, and support you. Build real connections, communicate honestly, and be loyal and be there. One life, take care of all things. I'm building my legacy on and off the court. So this is I play, I heal, I connect. Balance is a real win for me, right? So the introduction of this episode is that basketball mental health movement, basketball wellness mental health movement is more than conversation. It's a movement declined to build healthier individuals, stronger families, and more connecting communities throughout the power of sports. We believe basketball is more than a game. It is a platform of healing and professional growth, leadership, mindful connection that brings us together, right? It's about coaching lifestyle. It's all about mental profession, educational, parenting, community leaders, it's about creating a safe space and honestly conversation that can happen without judgment. Our mission is to build healthy communities throughout. And number one, sports that promotes teamwork and resilience, confidence, and healthier lifestyle. Conversations that can break, surround mental health, encourage people to speak openly, tools, resources, strategies, emotional wellness. It's all about stress management. It's all about personal development. It's all about support and encounters individuals or families that seek help, strengthen relationship that can thrive both on and off the court. Every episode Every episode explores a connection between basketball, mental health, relationship, youth development, and community impacts. We highlight real stories and we highlight practical solution that inspires healing, hope, and actions. Together, we create a culture where mental health wellness is important of physical fitness, where every voice matters. And let me say, every voice matters because when you build up a voice, you build up your own mouth. Let me say, every voice matters. When you build up your voice, you build up a mouth, right? So when you build up your confidence, you build up a confidence of love and affection of your life. And it's about building up a vision. And whatever the vision is, it's about hope and actions of that vision. It's about developing what your voice is and who you are talking to and who you're talking about and who you're expressing yourself to. And it's about creating a strong conversation. And it's about delivering a game of once a time. Our vision is to inspire a global movement where basketball becomes a mental wellness of emotional reflex of health. Let me tell you, of healthy relationship that lasts, community of transformation throughout, because we invest in people's minds as such as athletes, and everybody wins in the power of the mind, right? The power of the mind, right? So the power of the mind is the next thing we're going to talk about, and we still have a lot of time on the show, so we got 58 minutes. We got 58 minutes, but we're gonna rush into this real quick. So the power that of the mind is a great victory that becomes one version of yourself. So it's character. It's about creating your own character, build up your own confidence. Your leadership improves. Your relationship becomes stronger. Your perfect reaches the new level. So at the event on October 7th, I'm gonna do a final coaching challenge, and for the next 30 days. When the next 30 days, I'm gonna give you a challenge, and you're gonna do this challenge. It's a homework assignment. So in the next 30 days, you will listen. For the next 30 days, you will speak positive words every day to a person. You will practice what you speak before you get speaking to. You're gonna practice basketball for at least 30 minutes. You're gonna encourage somebody to change your life, and you're gonna read something inspirational to a person. You're gonna write one thing that you are grateful for, and you're gonna believe in yourself even when others don't believe in you. Right? So remember. Listen. Remember this. Remember, your thoughts become your habits. Your habits become your character. Your character becomes a shape of your future. So from starting today, you're gonna speak the positive words every day to a person. You're gonna practice a skill that you love. Basketball is a skill. You're gonna practice the skill in 30 minutes. Encourage a teammate. You're gonna read something inspiring and write one thing that you're grateful for, and believe in yourself even when others don't believe in you, right? So remember, your thoughts are your habits, and your habits become your character. Your character shapes your future, right? And your future shapes who you are as a person. I could develop a person speaking to me and say, listen, I'm gonna develop a stage of mind. And what my stage of mind is about foundations, about build up a foundation. So my final quote of this episode is: the power of the mind is the foundation of basketball. When you train your mind, your body follows. When you believe in yourself, successful becomes possible. Champions are built from the inside out, right? So this is what it is. It's about understand what you believe and how you're gonna believe in it. And we're gonna go over this. I gotta go over a project that I'm working on. I'm working on a project that I'm working on for the Cayman Islands. I'm gonna be in the Cayman Islands for I'm traveling to the Cayman Islands to promote basketball wellness, and we're gonna be building up a project plan for the Cayman Islands. And this is what it's gonna be. The Cayman Islands is all about youth development, health and fitness, mental health, leadership skills, career pathway, and community engagement. And we're gonna be doing this for the age of young people from ages 6 to 18, and young adults from 18 to 25. And we're gonna be doing a development program where we're gonna be traveling out to different Caribbean islands, and we're gonna be promoting basketball wells in a different shape or form. So this is gonna be Cayman Island Basketball Wells headquarters, and it's gonna be a headquarters where we're gonna be touring around the Caribbean island. We're gonna be redeveloping projects that will build up for mental health. It's all about developing a solution to what we are going to be doing and how we're going to get to that position. So movement of mental is all about creating a pattern, right? So let's say I'm developing a pattern of life, and my life is all about creating a atmosphere of culture. And the movement of my culture is all about dividing who I'm gonna be becoming, dividing my peace of mind, right? So we could see from the start of what your lifestyle is and how you're gonna get to that point. You know, I started this section here, and I'm gonna turn this way, right? I'm gonna turn this way. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it, right? I'm gonna turn this way, so you guys can see. Your atmosphere is about stepping off the stage and believing for yourself to capture your whole atmosphere. And the thing about the atmosphere is that your growth becomes reality. I could tell you, if I could make a change and I could change up what I do and how I do it, it's all about creativity. It's all about growth of dividing of development. Basketball was all about this is what it is. Basketball was all about creating and dividing my growth and how I divide my peace. I could stand up and look up to the sky and say, listen, I'm gonna look up the sky. I'm gonna stand up and say, I'm gonna look up in the sky. I'm gonna say, okay, my movement of basketball is about a key of life. What is my key of life? What I'm gonna do to deliver my key of life? What is my key of goals? What I am? What I'm gonna do to create that key of life? My key of life is this. If I create an atmosphere of love and goal, an atmosphere of development, and how I'm developing, how I'm going to create a key, my key of life is that the goals that I'm setting is for what? Me to overstep my goals and overstep what my boundaries is and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to get to that point. My point of life is this. If I structure myself one way and if I develop myself in another thoughts, my thoughts of life is all about creating a key that my creativity key is my structure balance of how my life is going to become. But if I do it, let me tell you, if I do it in one direction of life, I could develop a structure of how my life balance is and how my key life is and how I'm going to develop that stage. So let me tell you something. Your battle rhythm becomes one structure balance of your life. And sometimes when your battle rhythm defines your peace and when it defines your mindset and how you're gonna get to that certain type of goal and how you're gonna get to that certain type of mindset and how you're gonna get to that certain type of relationship, how you're gonna get that certain type of family member relationship. It's all about the moment of the creating what your lifestyle is. So the 30-minute challenge, you need to start that challenge right now. And if you're starting it right now, that's good. Start the challenge, and you will learn from this challenge that my book will challenge you to make this decision. And my book, and I'm gonna tell you, one of the things I'm gonna say in my book is that I'm gonna give you a 30-minute, I'm gonna give you a 30-day challenge. I'm gonna start you with a 30-day challenge, and the 30-day challenge, whatever that challenge that you're gonna do today, you're gonna take that challenge that you do today, and you're gonna refresh your mind with the challenge that you're gonna do tomorrow. Whatever challenge that you're doing today is gonna refresh to the challenge you're doing tomorrow. Whatever challenge that you're doing the next day is gonna refresh to what you're doing today or tomorrow. You're gonna see the differences of your challenge weight. You're gonna look at it as a teaching. You're gonna look at it as a teacher lifestyle. So I'm giving you until the third. I'm giving you until the end of July to get your change happen. I'm gonna give it to the end of July. I'm gonna give you start the 30 day. You're gonna write goals that you want to change, and you're gonna write goals that you're gonna work on. And the goals that you're gonna change, you're gonna work on those goals that you're gonna change. And whatever goals that you're gonna work towards, you're gonna write the goals that you're gonna work towards. And this is what I'm gonna share with you on October 2nd. It's all about creating a goal that you're gonna write. So you're gonna write that goal, and you're gonna structure that goal as a one direction. And the direction of that goal is gonna take you someplace where you wanna be or where you don't wanna be. You understand what I'm saying? But where you wanna be in life is all about developing a culture balance. And your culture balance is about developing a state of mind. And your state of mind is this: if I could build up 34th and 11th Avenue, and if I could build West 38th and 10th Avenue, if I could build 6th Avenue and 34th Street, I could build certain type of atmosphere in my life that I could structure it in a different pattern. But I want you to work on this 30-day challenge. I'm going to tell you, I'm giving you to the end of July to work on this 30-day challenge. And you're going to work on this challenge. And you're going to say to myself, you're going to walk over here and say, Shamika, I started this 30-day challenge and I like how you talk. Yeah. I'm going to go to every community and I'm going to give you a 30-day challenge. If you're in Queens, I'm going to give you a 30-day. Every part of Queens. Let me say, every part of Queens that's watching my show today, you have a 30-day challenge. If you're in the Bronx, 30-day challenge. If you're in Brooklyn or Harlem or Manhattan, you got a 30-day challenge. And whatever the 30, you're gonna start that challenge today. You know what I'm saying? If you all the way in New Jersey or California, Florida, and Georgia, if you're watching me all the way for those states, Washington, Seattle, all over, I'm telling you, you got a 30-day challenge. You're gonna start this challenge and you're gonna work towards that challenge. And whatever challenge that you're going to do, you're gonna claim that challenge, right? So if you want to open up a storefront, you gotta work towards that storefront. You gotta claim that blessing. I tell people, count the blessing before you hatch it, man. You gotta count the blessings. Because wherever your blessing is going to occur to is the structure of that blessing. And wherever that blessing that you're going to fulfill in is that culture of the fulfillment of that blessing. And sometimes you got to work on the status of that blessing to get to where you're going to be. And how you going to be in that? How you going to get there? How you going to get there? You ain't going to run. You ain't going to take the bus. You're not going to ride your bike there. How you going to get there? Excuse me, how you gonna get there? You gotta put in the work. That's how you're gonna get it. Put in the hard work and you're gonna get there. But sometimes the hard work, it defines education, it defines balance, it defines all of that. But you gotta understand this. I could put a picture of my goal and life together. And some of the things, I could say this. Mentorhood is all about developing a plan. And if I have a plan out, you gotta have to seek that 30-day challenge. And that 30-day challenge is gonna be in my book. So you gotta get my book, man. Get my book. I'm sorry, you're gonna get the book. Get the book. Start the 30-day get the book. When I write the book, you're gonna come to every event that I have and you're gonna get the book. I'm saying, get the book, you're gonna write notes, you're gonna take notes, and you're gonna learn from today. You're gonna learn from the book. Right? You're gonna 30-day challenge that you're gonna do, and I'm gonna give you a quiz. You're gonna do the quiz. It's called. I usually do this in my book. It's called a 30-day test. You're gonna test yourself. You're gonna test. I'm gonna give you like a quiz, and you're gonna test your relationship and whatever. Listen, you're gonna take. Let me tell you. You're gonna take. Me and Nephi gonna take this test too because it's a very good experience. Me and her gonna take the test. We're gonna do a 30-day challenge test, and the test that we do. Listen, the test that we go. It reflects on how we're going to communicate. Yes, I like this one. Yeah. It's gonna affect how you communicate as a partner. You know what I'm saying? So that 30-day challenge, if you feel that the 30-day challenge is gonna help your relationship, it's gonna help you find somebody, gonna find a man or find a partner or find a woman, then right, you need to get my book someday. Get my book and you take some notes, man. And you're gonna learn that you're gonna test yourself. And I'm gonna correct the test and I'm gonna post it in my book. And as I tell you, when I correct the test, I'm going to post it in my book, and it's going to be a 30-day movement relationship test. And this test is going to help you find a person. It's gonna help you build up a relationship. And then me and Nephew gonna do this. Me and her gonna take this test too, because it's like, she gotta be at all my events. Oh yeah, she gotta be at all my events. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna meet her some. Oh, you're gonna meet her on October 2nd. Actually, she's gonna be here, and we're gonna take a test together. And when she's gonna be on stage, and we're gonna talk. And everybody, if you have questions to ask her positive questions, and she will answer it. That don't be judgmental of your questions. If you have questions to ask, just ask the questions, and then I'm gonna give her the mic. I'm gonna say, here you go, hit the mic. I give her the mic, and then she answers the question, And and the 30-day challenge, it helps you with what you're gonna do and how you're gonna get to that goal, right? So some of the things that you have to understand and learn from this question is this challenge is gonna help you grow. And if I tell you this challenge, oh yes, man, and you need for oh yeah, God need to get the book. I can't wait to write this book, man. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to write this book to you to get this challenge, because this challenge will help you grow in your life. Some of y'all people some of y'all peoples out there don't even know. I'm gonna be in Connecticut too. I'm gonna be in Milford, Connecticut. I'm gonna be in Waterbury, Connecticut. I'm gonna be all over Connecticut. And let me tell you the truth. Y'all guys need to get my book out there too. I'm gonna be out there too, signing books. I'm gonna be out there too. Get my book. Get my book and start that 30-day challenge, because that 30-day challenge will help you grow. As far as your relationship it's gonna help you grow. You're gonna take that test. So the test is gonna be 30. It's gonna be 30. I think it's 30 questions, and I'm gonna ask the man and the woman 30 questions, and then the test will, and then you tally. You grade the test, and whatever the score is in your test, your score is on your test. That score is going to help you improve on your relationship. It's going to help you improve on number 1, communication, and number 2, relationship, right? So those 2 things you need to do on the communication and relationship. So you could test your family members, you could test your relationship. You could test if you test your family members. It's good to test your family. It's good to test yourself. It's good to test you, and for you to believe in what you're doing and how you're going to get to that position. So it's good to test your life. And when you test your movement, it's all about creativity. It's all about the goals and aspiration and what you're going to do and how you're going to get there. And when you get to that point, you can't stop until you think about what you're saying. You can't stop and think about what your growth and development are. You gotta understand, when you learn development skills, you gotta know the skills of life in a one direction. And I'm gonna tell you, one direction. The skill is becoming your goal and how you're gonna get to that goal. And I'm gonna tell you, when you look at your life and look at development, how you're gonna grow and how you're gonna get to that certain set, you can be structured in your life and build. You have to build and create what your movement in, and the power of the mind of basketball. That's the name of the book. It's called The Power of the Mind of Basketball Wellness. And I'll be promoting the book at every faith organizations. Every bookstore is gonna be selling it. I'm gonna be having it on the Apple Store. So check out my podcast. I have a podcast out in the Apple Store right now, and it's called I have a podcast out. You could check that out as well. I will give you the details of the podcast. I'm gonna actually create it's a teaching. I think it's a 31-minute teaching of power of basketball. You could check that out as well, and it's gonna be an inspirational event of your life. So that's it for the mental health show today. And I hope that this mental health show gave you a peace of mind and creativity of your own lifestyle. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time on the mental health wellness show. Mental health show.